My name's Amy, and I'm from Irigenics, and I will be presenting this weekend at the Reignite Your Light Summit in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on June 22nd and 23rd. I'm going to be a vendor at the show, and I will be offering an opportunity for you to discover your ancestors in a whole new way. It's something very exciting. Ancestral Eye Reading by Irigenics is an opportunity to see what your eyes reveal about your gifts, your talents, who you were born to become. What your ancestors had for unresolved traumas that may be showing up in your life that first show up in your eyes. And so it's really exciting, it's fun, and there's going to be 3 ways for you to get the Irigenics Ancestral Eye Reading experience at the Reignite Your Light Festival Summit, excuse me. And so let's take a quick peek. Let me hop right over here. So I always tell people your ancestors have waited your whole life for this moment. While getting ancestral images in the eyes is one of the smallest parts of an Irigenics reading, it often happens. These are just examples of ancestors who showed up in people's eyes over the last 3 to 6 months when taking the pictures and while doing the ancestral eye readings. Primarily, I'm going to be reading the markings and indicators in your eyes that tell about your gifts and talents and abilities, as well as the traumas that your ancestors had unresolved that will be showing up in your life. But as I said, oftentimes an ancestor will show up in the eyes just as a reflection, just like a rainbow shows up whenever you mix water and moisture in a curved surface. So what we're going to do at Reignite Your Light is going to be about a 10-minute experience. So it's called a sneak peek, and that's how all Irigenics ancestral eye readings begin. This 10-minute experience at the show where first I take a macro photograph of your eyes. We get up close and personal and take a nice shot of your eyes. And then we're going to review it. And I'll have you, if you're just doing the sneak peek, during the sneak peek, I'll have you take a photograph of your eyes from the back of my camera. And because this is a very, very high resolution camera, and typically your smartphone's pretty high resolution as well, you're going to wind up with an image that's something like this. And if you've come in a little bit closer, you will get even greater detail. And so this is just an example of one that was taken from the back of my camera, and you can see it's this photograph here. If you're doing a more extended reading, I will be emailing you the high resolution photos from my camera as well, besides the ones that you take with your cell phone. This just gives you a chance to walk away with your pictures in hand, which is really amazing. Plus the high resolution on the new smartphones makes an amazing photograph. So that will be part of your sneak peek 10-minute experience of me going through, essentially in those 10 minutes, I'm going to go through your gifts, your talents. If any ancestral images pop up that I notice right off or that we notice together, we're going to talk about those briefly, and we'll talk a bit about the traumas your ancestors had that may be showing up in your life. That's about as much as we'll be able to cover in 10 minutes. So you can think about it like the Polaroid aura photos, right? You're walking away with a photograph and a brief reading. And if you want to go further with your reading, there's going to be a couple of options. So let's talk about those. One of your options is going to be the My Eye Mag. My Eye Mag is a 36-page custom report of you and your eyes and your ancestors. It's the print report that I make of an ancestral eye reading. And in it, there's 36 pages of you, pretty much. And it just recently won the Silver Award by Cover, the Coalition of Visionary Resources, at the International New Age Trade Show in Denver last week. So obviously I'm still a little bit excited about that. And you are the front cover, you're the centerfold, you're the back cover, the articles are about you, the clips are about you. And then if you want to know more about ancestral eye reading, my iMag does a great job of also showing you some comparables. What do other people's eyes look like besides yours? So you wind up with about 16 pages of custom, this is all about you. And then there's reference pages in the back, including exercises of how to work with your ancestors, how to work with the information once you have it, how to work with your motivational pattern, how to work with your intuitive abilities, how to work with your ancestors, as well as any gestation marks that show up in the eyes. And the third option is what I call Mini Me. Mini Me is an actual dedicated ancestral eye reading video that I make for you outside of the show, where I have your high resolution photos up on screen just like this or like this. And I'm pretty much going around and doing a full reading on your eyes. as much as I can possibly cover in 35 minutes. So a real great opportunity to capture any of these ancestral images that show up in the eyes, as well as the major markings, your gifts, your talents, your motivational points, your intuitive abilities. It's usually about 35 minutes. It says it's a 30-minute, but it's usually about 35 and sometimes even a bit longer. And so for me, this is just a wonderful product to offer because it allows you to watch it over and over. It comes as a dedicated video link to you, and there's not the distraction and noise that we find at the shows. I used to read live at the shows, and I just find there is so much information. I'm talking every bit this fast when I'm doing your 10-minute reading. I'm talking every bit this fast on your 35-minute video. There is a ton of information in the eyes. And so this gives you an opportunity to go back. You can screenshot, you can pause and stop and rewind and just get a really good look at everything going on in your eyes. You can learn more at irigenics.com. Right here. There is also a YouTube channel that you can access if you roll down here with this sneak peek part that'll get you into the YouTube channel. Otherwise, just go to YouTube and type in Irigenics. And again, so there's going to be 3 options. The first is going to be the sneak peek. This is going to be how all readings start. It'll be a 10-minute look at your eyes. You'll be walking away with the photos on your cell phone. And we're going to cover as much as we can get through in that little 10-minute window. You also have the option to purchase the 10-minute mini-me video, which would be delivered to you within 10 to 15 days of the show. And my iMag, I usually say allow 3 to 4 weeks. It's a report that takes me about 3 to 4 hours per person to put together. And so I say allow about 3 to 4 weeks to receive your My iMag. And it's a 36-page digital PDF download. The fourth option is a combination called the All Ancestral Package. The All Ancestral Package includes a 20-minute video where I'm pretty much focusing on those ancestral images in your eyes and not worrying so much about your gifts, talents, abilities because they're covered really well in my iMag, but you get the mini-me video and or a mini ancestral video and my iMag. So there's going to be 4 options, and there will be show special prices, especially for early birds because I love early birds. And again, this is something that's only going to take about 10 minutes. Figure out about as much time as you would spend on an aura photo, so people just line up and step up as soon as they can be the next person for their Irigenics Ancestral Eye Reading. So I look forward to meeting all of you. Feel free to reach out to me here at my website, www.irigenics.com. There's a contact me button, and I want to say it is down here past all this wonderful information at the very bottom. And also you can do it here with the whole work with me. Will take you right to being able to contact me as well. Thank you all so much. I really look forward to meeting you all at Reignite Your Light and really giving you a chance to reignite your fire about who you were born to become, and especially through the eyes of your ancestors. I mean, that is just, sometimes I know we are actually getting a photograph of an ancestor who's never been photographed. And it's just amazing to just even get to look at your eyes up close and personal with a full macro photo. They're just beautiful. There's a whole universe in there. So looking forward to seeing you all this weekend and wishing you all the very, very best. Namaste.